But Ricardo realized he couldn't keep his dancing a secret from his friends for much longer. He just hoped that they would somehow understand. Today at the zoo, he had planned to break the news to Judge. He practiced what he was going to say a million times in his mind. He thought and thought. Finally, he came up with a list of reasons why someone would want to learn ballet. He practiced saying the reasons over his mind. There are men all over the world who dance ballet. Some dancers are very famous and make a lot of money performing. Ballet is a great exercise. There are lots of cute girls in dance class who want to be his friend. Ricardo smiled as he remembered all the girls telling him that he was so cool for learning ballet. Surely the guys would understand at least a part of it. At least he hoped they would. He took a deep breath and got ready to spill his guts to his best friend. And it happened so quickly that Ricardo didn't have time to think. He just went into action. Ricardo and Judge had just arrived at their favorite part of the zoo, the crocodile pond. They loved watching the enormous reptiles. Reptiles. Ricardo had visited the zoo a lot, but he had never seen anything as crazy as what happened next. The boys were talking toward the croc pond when Ricardo noticed a baby girl crawling up onto the teeter-totter. Then from out of nowhere came his really tittling crazy kid. The kid suddenly jumped in onto the raised and end of the teeter-totter, not even noticing the baby. He was yelling over his shoulder to his friend. Hey, Dad, got on. He jumped. As he jumped, no one and it slammed down and sent the other and flying over. The infant was sent flying through the air straight toward the crocodile. Yakis yelled Ricardo as he sprang into action. Without even thinking, he pulled all of his ballet training to the test. He ran toward the pond as fast as his legs could carry him and leaped into the air in a marvelous grand split. Flying high through the air, he snatched up the baby. His fantastic leap and split was so fast and so high that it carried him over the pond. He looked down to see the hungry crocs with their large jaws wide open. He landed gracefully on the other side, holding the baby safely in his arms. People all around clapped and cheered. Hooray! Hooray for the hero! Ricardo couldn't believe it. A bulky man with bushy hair ran toward him, and as he held the baby tightly, thank you, my lad, for saving my baby's life," he cried. "How can I ever repay you? I insisted on throwing a party in your honor. Tell all your family and friends to be sure to come. The whole city will be invited. No expense will be spared. I want to properly thank you, my hero." Just as Ricardo thought, things couldn't possibly get any more exciting. He heard someone calling the man with bush hair Mr. Mayor. He had actually saved the mayor's daughter from the hungry crocodiles. Well, that's what the newspaper said next day, and that's what the news people from television stations said when they interviewed Ricardo. How did you ever learn to live so high and so gracefully? They asked. Ricardo looked straight into the camera and, speaking into the microphone, replied proudly, "Ballet, I love to dance." From the moment on, the secret was out, but he wasn't embarrassed. Instead, he was quite happy and that he no longer had to keep his love of ballet a secret. No one ever made fun of his love of dance.